Joining us remotely is Reverend Father David Okolie, a distinguished Catholic priest from Nigeria. Not only is Father Okolie renowned for his significant contributions to catechesis within the global church, but he also serves as esteemed administrator within one of Nigeria's premier Catholic schools. Father, you are welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sister Augusta. Thank you very much. I
Okay,
am very happy to be here. Yeah.
welcome.
Thank you.
In my last episode on this podcast, which I trust you had the opportunity to engage with, I
Sure.
introduced a conversation into the pressing issues of what I termed the tyranny of secularism and its profound ramifications in our Catholic schools. In that episode, I underscored several areas of concern, including the diminishing emphasis on prayer, the undue pursuit of financial gain, and the troubling prevalence of examination malpractice. Today, I want to begin by narrowing these issues. Let's start with prayer, Father. It seems to have taken a back seat in many Catholic schools. What are your thoughts on the prayer life of our schools today?
Yeah, Sister, the problem is really a very serious one. Yeah. Like you said in your last presentation about secularism, there is this wave of secularism that tries to play down on the very basics of Catholic identity, one of which is prayer, you know. So we understand that prayer is very basic and very fundamental, when you talk about Catholic uh, school. So the problem is that actually in our schools, the formation in prayer is not what it ought to be. Is not what it ought to be, and this is very evident in the life of our students and probably pupils. Because when one is properly formed in prayer, it will be very evidential. It will be very evidential in the person's whole life. You know, uh, a very clear indication of poor formation in prayer in our Catholic schools is when you encounter our young people, I mean our students, maybe in Holy Mass, how they're able to comport themselves gives you an impression that they have been poorly formed in prayer life. Though there may be exceptions to that, but majorly, their outward um, carriage when it comes to prayer does not really show that they have been properly formed in prayer life. Yeah.
Okay, Father. I couldn't agree more. And sometimes I feel in our desire to be current and sync with today's culture, we are losing ourselves. Like
Sure.
we are losing our Catholic identity, we are losing our uniqueness, right? And in
Yeah.
some Catholic schools globally, students and pupils do not even know how to pray. And some
Exactly.
managers seem to have no issues with that reality. Probably they are afraid to lose their population. What do you think?
Yeah, it is a very serious problem, you know. But the problem boils down also to the managers, not all of them, of course, some of the managers, and probably some of the teachers. There is this Latin adage that says, Nemo dat quod non habet, meaning that no one gives what he or she does not have. So sometimes we have managers, teachers who are not in themselves formed prayer wise, you know. And then what do you expect from such a manager, from such a teacher? It doesn't concern him or her, whatever goes, because he himself has nothing to give as regards prayer. So the much he or she will only give is just anyhow goes, and that has adverse effect, negative effect on the students, on the pupils. Yeah, so that is just the problem. The problem begins from the manager, the teachers, when they are not themselves formed prayer-wise, the effect translates into the students and pupils they are taking care of. Very clear.
Yes,
No,
Father,
yeah.
I agree. And when difficulties such as this arise within educational institutions, administrators often find themselves at the forefront of criticisms too. And despite the challenges and scrutiny they face, they are expected to take proactive measures. So, in this context, what do you believe to be the role of managers and administrators in revitalizing our cherished prayer ethos within Catholic schools? And also, how can they navigate these challenges and inspire meaningful transformation even when doubts about their capacity linger among Catholic school stakeholders?
Yeah, managers of Catholic schools are supposedly priests or religious, you know,
That is in
and
Nigerian setting.
yeah, right? And they are supposed to have received formation in prayer, either in the seminary or in the community, religious community. So, but unfortunately, sometimes, arising from individual differences, sometimes you see candidates who may not have taken their prayer life seriously while in the formation houses. So, but the formation has been offered, during the time of the formation, either in the seminary or in the religious houses. So, what I think they need to do is to fan into flame the formation they had already received, because the church has taken time to form them in prayer, having in mind that one day they will be in charge of places where they will have to offer these that the church has given to them. So what they need to do is to fan into flame the formation they have received, because without it, they will not be able to impart such, as I've earlier said, they will not be able to impart such, in the lives of the young ones they are taking care of. Yeah. So it is a necessity. It is something that they really need to do. Yeah.
Thank you, Father. I mean, your insights are truly enlightening. And it is evident that every aspect of Catholic identity holds profound significance and plays a vital role in shaping the growth and character of our children. It shapes also the character of the faculty, the staff, and the larger community. And like you said, the administrators, they have um, a significant role to play, to fan into flame their own formation, right? To be able to give what they have learned. And in some places, like in the Western world, like here in America, you find lay people as administrators, which is also good. So whatever formation they also have received as lay people, they should be able to help train the student with all of that. So, but then,
Yeah. And
okay, go
okay.
ahead, Fat.
When lay persons are administrators, it is also assumed that they have received special formation in order to administer in Catholic schools.
Mm-hmm.
It will be very wrong to just go and pick any lay person to be administering Catholic school. So the Catholic schools, they have their unique identity. And so for one to administer a Catholic school means that the person must have been offered special formation, you
Mm-hmm.
know, towards achieving that. Yeah. So whatever formation the person must have received, in order to carry out such task, the person should be able to translate it. If it is dormant, the person should be able to fan it into flame whether priest, religious, or even lay faithful that has been, that has been saddled with the responsibility of administering Catholic school. The person should be able to fan into flame the call, prayer, formation of the Catholic faith. Yeah.
Yes.